The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Jumbo! That's fine, yeah.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Vigil coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
319. Hey, check 26. 319, get on it. 319, hurry up. 319.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Vigil in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's taken it around the 40. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Carr steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. 58.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Hey, check 26. Go to 50.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's third down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Throwing his car on third down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. Tavecchio puts this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Zone. 58. Hey, 50. 50.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
319.
Rodgers now on 1st down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
That's fine, yeah.
And again, it's Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a second down.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. High five, baby. High five. Let's go. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw once more. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I think when they get back in the huddle, the question will be, why did you throw that one? The coverage was incredible all over him. The only thing he didn't do after he caught the ball as a defender was get his feet in bounds. That should have been a turnover.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Jones. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Blue 58. Blue 58.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Carr going to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they... Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and the Raiders have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he will find the open man as Jamon Moore. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
319!
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
319! That's fine, yeah. No, check that. We got Mike 50. Hey, check 26. Let's go one more. Gun. 52's the mic, boys. You done?
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, where y'all going? Jumbo! Check 26. Scan 300. Scan 300.
Now Rodgers throwing again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Jumbo!
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
White. Get down. Lady. White down. Go.
Carr now on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
6:37.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. The left side completion to Jones. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Blue 58. We are going.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Gun. 319. Zoom. Hey, 50. I'm here all day. Zoom, zoom. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Zoom, zoom. Go. Go. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there at 22.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it with Williams. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They get it to him running left. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 734. Go, go. Low.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
808. Purdue. 734.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. This complete to Jones. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st down, Carr. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Low. Down. 280.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Carr to throw again. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
18. Gun. 5-2 with the light. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Gun. Watch the run. Watch the run. Zoom. Zoom.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Nick Vigil. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window. And
that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
319. 258. Jump out. Hey, check 26.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. The left side throw complete to Adams.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Hey, we are going. Zoom.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Adams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
We need 18. Hey. Zoom.
On first down, Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
We need 18. Check. Inside. Zoom. Jumbo. You don't want none.
Rodgers now on first down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Travis Kelsey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Crosby for the point after. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, you want it,
Carr gives to Rashard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Monday, down. We waiting.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He finds Roberts, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Low. 29. 29. Hey, Raider 2. Purdue. White down. 6:37.
Carr now on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
Yeah, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Monday, down. 280. Go. Get set.
Carr will try it again on second down. Looking deep for Julio. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes his third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Hey, down. 280. 12 jumbo. 808. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the light. Go.
Again, it's Carr. And he's got Will Tye complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now Carr, eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
808. Back. Get down. 180. Watch the slant. Go.
To throw, it's Carr. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Down. 280.
Throwing now is Carr. Finds Roberts left side. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Tavecchio is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Now he'll let it go deep left side, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Down. Blue 80.
The pitch out to Lynch. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. Ready.
Now it's the backup Fitzpatrick. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. A 1st down throw for Fitzpatrick. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hey, 50.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
They run it again with Williams. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, it created a big run. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, Liz. Green 18.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Williams, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. Extra point try now for Crosby. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Right now. Now. 180. Raider 1.
Now a handoff to Richard. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Will Tye, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything, but you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because they're such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Julio Jones. 27 yards, and the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. Here comes Cobb. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. Eight.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically likely run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
6:37. 6:37. Go, go.
The Raiders on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
4 down. 6:18. 7:34. Go, go. Come on out here. Come get some.
Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
And sometimes pride wins, doesn't it? Because, yes, they're getting steamrolled here right now. They're down big. And they're going to try a fake field goal against them.
Hey, check 26.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to root, but good for them for stopping that one and showing that they haven't given up on this game.
Yeah, I just can't believe, though, that they tried the fake with this kind of margin up that big. But like you said, kudos to the D.
Yeah, if the blood wasn't bad before,
it is now.
It might have started that way now.
A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
3:19.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher for guys trying to get to the football. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
3:19.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Hey, check 26.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Spins past him. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Milage. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You're mine. Down!
Here's Carr. This is caught. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
4 down. Check. 319. Yeah, Liz.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Yes. Hey, we got 319.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
319.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Express! Down! Blue 80! Hurry, get set, fellas.
Carr going to throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Throw left side, complete. It's Roberts. They give him a gain of 38.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And that is incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, after the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle of the block as the defense just did there?
Sure. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Down! 180! 734! 29! There we go.
Carr will try it again on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10.
Down! 185!
Again, it's Carr. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Get set, get set.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
29! 29!
Carr going to look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
We are going. Look at this.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he checks this one down to Williams. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Over. 319. 319. Right. Hey, check 26. Let's get there. Yeah, Liz. Jim. 319.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
We got three. Connect.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Now, 280. Deuce right.
That one looks like he'll throw here. The left side completion to Jones. Julio Jones all alone. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
618. Yo, Chief. Now.
To throw his car. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Carr going to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. To Vecchio now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
Money back.